The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Lincoln Community High School. Lincoln comes in the contest with a record of 22-5 on the season, 8-2 in the Apollo Conference. Olympia 6-21 and 1-6 in the Sangamo. I believe they just joined the Sangamo Conference this year with other schools like Williamsville and Pleasant Plains and Auburn, and I think schools, Moreau, Forsyth. Forsyth, schools like that. So struggle a little bit on the Spartans, and the Railers coming off a loss on Tuesday over at Mount Zion, Scott, and something they'll have to pick on. They didn't get a chance to play last night because of some cyber attack or something going on down in Effingham. Now, I'll be honest with you. Didn't hurt my feelings a whole lot.
We walked into the cheap seats this morning, and Lloyd was just all smiles from ear to ear.
Excellent sleep last night. Got home in bed early, I'm sure, and which could have been a late night for the Railers, although I'm sure the Railers wanted to play last night to come kind of get back in the winning ways if they were able to, down in Effingham off that tough game over in Mount Zion on Tuesday, in which it was. Mount Zion was a winner over the Railers, and Mount Zion brought home the Apollo Conference. I think it's probably the first time anyone else has won it since we joined. Maybe there was a share.
I think didn't Muhammad win it 1 year?
Maybe 1 year, yeah, but it wasn't very many. And the year that
we don't want to be greedy. Let's let everybody else. I mean, we're leaving there. So
Mount Zion with an excellent basketball team, and they were perfect in the Apollo, which is never easy to do, no matter what conference you're playing in.
No, and you're right. And we saw them, up close and personal Tuesday night. A game that the first half Railers played well, had some ball control issues, had kind of the turnovers that are uncharacteristic of the Railers. But give credit to Mount Zion as they forced those turnovers, and towards the end Mount Zion pulled away. We just didn't have an answer.
Yeah, you're right. Mount Zion 10-0 in the league. I'm not sure, it might be 11 because I think they played last night and brought home the championship, but the Railers finished 8-2. Any word from Coach Alexander on the cheap seats today? Will that game be tried to be made up?
It's not looking like it. The only night that they would play it would be Friday, and Effingham has a play-in game that night before Saturday's game, so It's not looking like it's going to be played. The other day that was available was Wednesday, but that's putting you 3 games in a row right before regionals, and
not a good idea.
It's not a good idea. Now, if it had anything to do with standings and had any meaning to it, they would probably squeeze it in. But right now, it's not.
Conference is decided.
Yeah, conference
regionals
decided.
Regionals are out.
Yeah,
and we'll get into a little bit more of that before we break here on the pregame. But yeah, the regional's set. The Railers know where they're going to go and when we're going to play at least the first game. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But as Scott said, the Railers coming off a 45-34 loss over in Mount Zion to take their record to 22-5, and it really was in that third quarter, Scott, where we just went on a scoring drought, and Mount Zion was able to hit a few more shots than the Railers did, and just never got on track. A lot of credit to Mount Zion. They've got a really good basketball team, and as Coach said in the postgame, a young basketball team that's going to be back for the next couple of years in that area, especially in the Apollo. They'll walk through that for a while.
Absolutely, and they do. They have a solid club. They got the big guy down low who can shoot from outside, and you got some good guards that take care of the ball, and they're a very good team, and we could see them again in the sectionals, so hopefully we get a rematch with them. But first things first, Raiders have 3 games left, regular season, Josh. You got a freshman now. Unfortunate for him, he hasn't been able to play the past several weeks, but his freshman year is here and gone.
Fast, right? I mean, just going through it, and obviously been covering the Railers with the radio and following him along as he's played some freshmen and a lot on the sophomore team. So it's, you're right. It's, even though he's been hurt and been out for a couple weeks now, it's gone by quick. And those guys in uniform down there don't understand that, but us old guys.
Us old farts up here, we know they go quick.
Wishing we could still be down there doing the same thing that they're doing right now. You're right. Try to preach to them that it flies by, and just like raising kids, it flies by as they get older. And you're kind of out of the woods there with yours gone, and I'm sure it went quick for you.
Sure did.
And it has likewise for every other parent, I'm sure too. So. We'll keep it going as long as the Railers can go. 2 more games next week, and then the Railers will hit regional the following week. So it'll be set and ready for postseason action. We'll get into postseason action, the talk, when we come back here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. And you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Welcome back, Railer fans. Here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set on a Saturday evening in non-conference action as the Railers set to take on the Spartans from Olympia High School, just up the road. What is that? McLean County? McLean County?
Sure.
Just past Logan. Members of the Sangamo Conference, the Spartans from Olympia check in at 6-21 on the season, 1-6, and really it's a good viewing area for our station, right, Lloyd?
Yeah, and I don't know if you listen to the cheap seats or not, but back during football season, we had Coach Lyons on, the head football coach.
I tried not to listen
Olympia.
to
It's hard not to, though. I mean, you just wake up and the first thing you think is, oh, cheap seats are on, and it's just
most likely.
Yeah.
I'm in a gymnasium by that time at the rec center for my second grade daughter.
So not during football.
No. I did check in during football and got the lowdown. As you said, I listened to their coach several times because they had a nice season over there.
Absolutely, yeah. They made it to second round playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think they're pretty young over there, so their football program's on the up and up.
Lincoln checks in at 22-5, 8-2 in the Apollo Conference, which the Apollo Conference is, we do have one more game, but is that game on Thursday, an Apollo Conference game against Muhammad? Yeah, Muhammad on Thursday. Railers are back at home after tonight on Tuesday to take on one of the better teams, not only in Central Illinois, but in the state in 3A basketball. The Generals from Decatur MacArthur come to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, and as the regional kind of shapes out, it looks like the Railers will be traveling to Champaign Central for their regional. Is that right? I mean, okay with everybody? Lloyd says yes after he's feeding his face with some popcorn here.
Well, he doesn't have to talk. He can do that.
But the Railers will travel to Champaign Central for their regional, and if the Railers are fortunate enough to make it out of the regional, they will most likely have a chance of taking on Decatur MacArthur in the first round of the sectional. So not only do you play them next week on Tuesday, there's a chance you play them in the following Tuesday as well.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Al this morning, and that first game matchup, like you said, we play the winner of Rantoul and Danville. He likes Danville. That record doesn't show how good they are.
We saw them in the East Electoral round
right.
tournament.
They're an athletic team, and I'm sure they have improved since November. And it's a team that scares him, and he likes the seed and the seeding. Mm-hmm. But that first round matchup, it'll be a tough one for the Railers.
Yeah, as they were the highest seed in that section or that regional over in Champaign Central. I don't remember who else is in there to go along with us. We'll need
Morton, as far as over in Champaign?
Yeah. Danville and Rantoul.
Danville, Rantoul, us, and we're well prepared.
Yeah. Had a little baseball practice today. I didn't quite get all of it in, but we do know one thing, that the Railers are off on the play-in. They do not have to play in the play-in game on Saturday, but they will be playing next, not this coming Tuesday, but the next Tuesday in postseason action.
Hey, before you go, we got a listener that listens to all of our broadcasts, Dante Drake. Milkshake. He's tuning in right now. He says, "Good job, guys." And
the Milkshake, we met him.
We met him over in Charleston last weekend.
Yes.
And he's an avid basketball fan, and he said he's followed the Railers for a long time. He's from Springfield.
Yeah.
And so Dante, hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Milkshake.
And,
Milkshake.
Yep. And we'll hopefully see you Well, we won't see you in the Apollo Conference anymore. Maybe we can run it.
Maybe if he goes over to his old alma mater in Springfield, we'll see him.
Southeast, Springfield Southeast, I think he went to.
Yeah, could be. So maybe we'll see him over there.
So Dante's, we got at least one viewer.
That's good for the ratings. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After word from our sponsors, Scott and I'll be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on Olympia. Before we get into this, I want to let everybody know the Railer sophomores were victorious to improve their record to 18-2 on the season, 66-33 here earlier tonight. This has been the Josh Comnick Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
We scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu.
Lincoln Railer basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School, as the Lincoln Railers take on the Spartans from Olympia High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and Joe Lee back at the studio, and we're all set to bring you all of tonight's action. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners that are tuning into WLCN 96.3 FM, listening on the go on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream video on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Raiders come in tonight's game with an overall record of 22-5 and an Apollo Conference record of 8-2, while the Olympia Spartans have an overall record of 6-21 and 1-6 in the Sangamo. Railers on the court, Spartans on the court, all set for tonight's matchup. But first, it's time to check tonight's list of the game, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. And if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Josh, Railers trying to get back in the winning side of the column.
Yep.
What are three keys to tonight's game to get them there?
Well, I think, you come into tonight's game with not an Apollo Conference opponent, an opponent that you don't normally play, nothing out of the Central State 8, but the record's not great. You just don't want to start to get into some bad habits. You want to play strong. You want to play quick, get an early lead and sustain that lead, and don't take them lightly. I think as you get into this situation here, where then you've got regionals coming up in just about another week for the Railers. One slip up and when it comes to postseason time, and you start turning your uniforms in. So don't get in a bad habit. I'd love to see the Railers get in some sort of a rhythm with their shooters. We've yet to kind of break out with that shooting game that continues on for 3 or 4, because as we know, we'll need that down the stretch in regional play. And then also, I think we've got just looking at the roster and watching them warm up, we've got a size difference. I think we'll have an athleticism difference. I think we need to put that on the court right away and show them and get out to a good lead and carry that on and get some guys some playing time and hopefully come away with a victory.
You're right, Josh, and only 3 games left, including this one in the regular season as the Railers take on the Spartans tonight. Then we're right back here Tuesday as Decatur MacArthur comes to town. It is 8th grade night, so I'm going to anticipate this place being packed.
Maybe the best opponent we've seen all year.
Yeah, you're right. And then we're going to follow it up with a Muhammad Seymour team on Thursday, which will be senior night. And like every senior night, there will be the little celebration in the cafeteria afterward, autographs, and there's always food and stuff like that. So the season winding down, and boy, regionals are just next week.
Speaking of that, Lloyd has sent us the information, which we should have done before the broadcast, but on Saturday, February the 18th, the play-in game will be between Rantoul and Danville, as Scott mentioned just a little bit ago. And then the Railers will be in action on Wednesday, February the 22nd, over at Champaign Central. And they will take on the winner of Rantoul and Danville. After that, Muhammad Seymour and Champaign Central will play at 7:30 on Wednesday. And then Friday, February the 24th, will be the championship. And, of course, we hope the Railers are there. We'll have all those games for you here on all of our ways to bring you Railer action.
Yeah, and if we take care of business the last 3 games, and then we'll have the winner of Rantoul and Danville, we could ultimately match up with Muhammad again for the regional championship.
Yeah.
Within a little over a week's time. Right. So I would say Thursday night's game is pretty important just to see how improved they are and how we match up, and then game plan from that. Just looking forward. Obviously, you don't want to look past a Danville or Rantoul, but it just gives you some information that might be useful.
Well, and I will say, too, some useful information on Tuesday, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd, but we will have both the girls and the boys game on Tuesday. The girls will be playing their opening round of regional at 6 o'clock over in Bloomington, and then as soon as they're done, we'll switch it over here to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium and have that MacArthur Railer game for you as well.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for the playing of the national anthem. When we return, we'll have starting lineups on the opening tip here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good evening, basketball fans.
Welcome back, Railer fans. Getting set for the starting lineups between the Spartans from Olympia High School and your Lincoln Railers. Again, the Spartans come into the contest with a record of 6-21 on the season, 1-6 in the Sangamo Conference, while the Railers check in at 22-5 and 8-2 in the Apollo Conference. First for the visitors, and I will say, Scott, I know it's not a long trek for the Spartans from Olympia, but by far they have the biggest visiting crowd that we've had all year.
Yeah, you're right, and that side's packed. Just a short drive to Lincoln.
First man out for Olympia, 6'2", forward Carson Berkey. Number 4, 6 foot and a guard, Zach Keedy. Number 5, 5'11" guard, Nick Olson. 6'2" and a forward, number 12, Easton Nowaski. And 6'2" and a guard, number 21, Owen Alford. The Spartans are coached by Mr. Tom Garriott, assisted by Luke Litweiler, Trevor Strabar, and Kurt Moore. Now we get set for the starting lineups for your Lincoln Railers. Again, 22-5 on the season, 8-2 in Apollo Conference. They finished second in the Apollo Conference after right behind Mount Zion, as Mount Zion went undefeated in Apollo Conference play here this season.
Tonight's game with an overall record of 22-5, representing the Apollo Conference is starting tonight.
First man out for head coach Neil Alexander, 5'7" and a junior, number 10, Carson. Keon Carson. 5'11" and a junior, number 3, Schilling. Trey Schilling. 6'2" and a senior, number 24 is Biven. Jake Biven. Back in the starting lineup after a little knee injury is 6'5" and a senior, 22, Saucy. Tyler Saucy. And a man in the middle, 6'7" and a senior, 34, Cook. Peyton. Cook. Head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dahm, and Gary Rademacher.
Our officials for tonight.
Tonight's tip-off sponsor is Chicago Street Rentals, located in 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, and we are ready to go as the Spartans and the Railers take the court. The Spartans in their traveling grays with baby blue numbers trimmed in black and baby blue letters trimmed in black, while the Railers are in their home whites. Green numbers trimmed in red, red letters trimmed in green. As Cook and Berkey go to center court, we are just about underway. Ball is up. Tipped twice by Cook to Saucy. Hands it off to Carson. And here we go. Railers on the first possession. Find a wide open Cook underneath. And that's an easiest bucket he's seen all year.
Yeah, it has. It's that play we run normally works every time. It works against anyone. And Cook, again, with an easy basket. Tip away Schilling.
Away by Schilling. Holson now up to Carson. He fakes it, kicks it out. Now they'll work it around to the right to Schilling, right corner. Up to Biven. Now they'll work it to Carson. Now Saucy. He's back in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah,
good to see that.
Big knee brace on. Railers in their second possession after Cook won that.
Spin. Biven jumper up and good.
After Cook won that tip-off, and the tip-off sponsor, as always, all year has been Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Keedy tries to get it down low. Schilling there for the tip. We got a 2-on-1. Schilling, fake, Carson up and good.
Yeah,
and
timeout.
Coach Garriott needs a timeout as the Railers up 6-0 quick, Josh.
Yeah.
And it's the pressure from the Railers, turning defense to offense. And right now the Spartans just having trouble getting across half court.
Yeah, you're right. Cook gets the tip, and then we come down and run the normal play that we run across screen for Cook, and Schilling delivers a nice pass to him, and then we get 2 turnovers that have led to quick baskets. And anytime you can get any turnovers, you want to turn them into points as quick as possible, and the Railers have done that. 6 points in 59 seconds, so it has been a nice start here for the guys in white.
As Josh said, with 6:59 to go in the first. Railers up 6-0. Spartans inbound the ball to Keedy. He's guarded by Carson. Picks up his dribble. Now he throws it away to Saucy. Has tried to get it to Berkey in the center. It was way over his head. Now the Railers set their offense up. Carson up top. Now to Saucy. Looking for the lob play. Nothing there. Now Biven on the right wing. Up top to Carson. He'll dribble to the lane. Up and blocked away. Ooh,
I thought it was off Keon.
It was off Keon. Yeah, it was off Keon, but the refs saw it different. We'll go with them.
Shot blocked by Keedy, but good drive by Keon, and again got his shot block going, but the Railers will retain possession.
Biven, Schilling, right wing, 3, in and out, no good. Cook taps it out, gets the rebound, head fake up, and no good, but he's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, good offensive rebound there after Schilling missed the 3-pointer. In and out for Schilling, but Cook there with a definite size advantage on anyone really out there on the court for the Spartans. They do have a guy, a 6'7" center, Blaine Haley, but I'm not sure he'll, he may come in, and it didn't start the game anyway. So the Railers with the size advantage as Cook steps up and makes his first free throw.
Cook misses, right off the back of the iron, right down through the net. I don't even think it touched the net. Railers up 8-0, 6:25 to go in the first. Almost another turnover. Now the Spartans regain possession with Keedy up top. Now corner, Olsen, nothing there. Tapped out of there, out of bounds, off of Olsen's, going to go to the Railers.
Yeah, guy Olsen just gets caught in that trap, and if you're not familiar with the 1-2-2, that is a bad spot to be in, and they got the 3rd turnover now on Olympia, and as you said, Scott, just haven't been able to handle the ball against the Railers so far.
They haven't even got a shot up yet when we've been 2 minutes into the game. Carson kicks out to Schilling. Schilling, now Carson right corner. He'll dribble in, kick it out. Biven, left wing Cook. He's going to pull up just inside the 3-point line, off the rim, no good. Fought for Biven, up and got it.
Another offensive rebound, and Biven and Schilling there staying around the basket for the offensive board. Biven with a big rebound there in the putback.
10-0 Railers, 5:35 left in the first quarter. Spartans just looking to get a shot off. Keedy all the way in the corner. There's a 3 on the way. Got it. Nowoski with some points. Looks like he's their shooter. He's got the first points for the Spartans tonight with a 3-pointer. Feed it into Cook. He'll kick it back out. Schilling fakes the 3. Now sets up with Saucy up top over to Biven left wing. Biven, Carson, now Cook up top, swings it to Schilling on the right wing. Now they'll go back up top, swing it to the left. Cook finds the lane, nothing there, kicks it to Schilling. Biven, now Saucy. He'll pull up from the elbow, off the back of the iron, no good. Biven taps it out to Carson, and now the Raiders will reset their offense with Cook.
Biven there again, and he's looked really active the last, I think, couple games. For this time of the season, I think he's as quick and off the floor that he's been all year.
And there's a Chris Coyne, State Farm, 3-pointer from Schilling. 13-3 Railers, 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Keedy. Now they'll get it in the corner to Nowowski, stolen by Biven. And another turnover on the Spartans. Carson goes right, now goes left, hands off to Saucy. Saucy, he'll bowl his way in, up, and didn't get the ball to go, but he's going to be fouled and go to the line. It's good to see him with that strong move. As you know, he played a little bit at the Mount Zion game, but not a whole lot, and missed a couple games prior to that. So see him out there, that's good.
Yeah, you're right, especially senior year, his last go of it, and you can kind of see him a little winded out there, as it's different game speed to practice speed. Free throw up and missed it by Saucy, but that getting back into game shape takes a little bit of time. I'm sure he's been off of practice with the knee injury and probably not able to get a lot of conditioning in. So you're seeing him sucking a little wind, and Hayes getting ready to check in for him.
Know exactly how you feel.
He just runs up and down the court, and you just get off the couch.
I just get up to go to the restroom. I'm winded.
Hayes checks in, who is back in the role of off the bench, and boy, what a great lift he was while Saucy was out.
Absolutely. Very important minutes, starting minutes from Hayes, and he's going to get his minutes as coming up off the bench as well. There's a foul on the Railers.
Yeah, sometimes people get all worked up about who starts, and then I'm more worried about who's bringing the minutes and the advantage to the game, and Hayes, as you said, will get plenty of his.
And that's one luxury that the Railers have that the Spartans don't. It's a bench. So, just look for the Spartans to wear down as the game goes on. 42 is in for the Olympia Spartans. That's a 6-foot guard, Cohen Alexander. And another turnover unforced by the Spartans. Numbers are a little difficult to read for the Spartans.
You got glasses on.
Well, I think I need some bifocals. 14-3 Railers, 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Find a wide open Gowan, nothing there. Nelson in the corner for a three off the side of the rim, no good. He's going to try to get the rebound, but Alford's there for it. And Spartans looking to get it across. They do. Alexander down low to Nowowski, up no good. Hayes there for the strong rebound, kicks it to Carson. Carson pushes, 3-on-2. Gowan, three from the corner, rolled in and out, no good. It's about a quarter of the way down, popped out,
all the way
no
down
good.
Almost.
Now the Spartans, they're looking to score again. They've got three-pointers, or a three-pointer from Nowowski. 14-3, 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Berkey's going to dribble in. Now kick to Olsen. Now they'll work it around to the right wing. Nowowski. Alexander almost tapped out of there by Gowan. Olsen recovers. Nowowski. Nope, that's Alford for a three, no good. Cook tracks it down, kicks it to Carson. Carson dribbles in. Now Nelson, corner, three on the way. Off the rim, no good. Olsen with the rebound.
Yeah, and I don't know that's not Nelson's usual spot over in that corner. He likes this corner in front of us a little more. Always a tough shot to hit in that corner. Nelly's got a couple of them with good looks and just not been able to tickle the twine. Looks like Kingsley will check in for Keon. This was an important game on the schedule, Scott, just in the fact that you didn't know this in the beginning, but because the game got canceled last night, you don't want to go, say you didn't have a game tonight, and with the game getting canceled tonight or last night, then you're going almost a week without a game. So just an important thing for the Railers to get back out there in game speed.
Another turnover, Railers with the basketball.
7 turnovers now for Olympia in the first quarter as the Railers win it, leading here 14-3.
Hayes kicks it out to Kingsley. Now they'll work it in the corner to Nelson. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first. Look for cutting Cook. No, there. Now nothing there. Now they'll work it to the left with Gowan. Now Kingsley. Nelson right wing. Hayes will get to the lane. Up and good with the left.
Yeah, great job by Hayes. He got right into the middle of that lane, and a good job, as you said, Scott, of using that left hand. How a possible chance of it getting blocked if he goes to the right.
Blocked by Hayes. Ball's on the ground. We've got a jump ball. 33 is checked in for the Spartans. 33 is a 6-foot forward, Elijah Smith. (16-3) Railers. 1:25 to go in the first. Stolen by Cook. Now regained by Smith, and he throws it away. Kingsley there. We got a wide open layup for Kingsley, up and good.
Yeah, 8th turnover Olympia, and Kingsley out on the break. And when he gets going, he's a little fast guard out there, and he got to the lane, beat Olsen to get to the cup. So nice, again, aggressive hands by the Railers, scrappy, and really all over the basketball right now. Olympia can't fully find anything going on the offense.
Stolen by Hayes. Hayes, he's going to take it full length, kick it out. Nelson, left corner 3, left wing, I should say. Missed it. Nelson 0 for 3 from three-point land. He'll hit one here shortly. 18-3, now we're at 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Olsen, left wing, up top to Alford. Work it down to the Berkey. Now a 3 on the way from Keedy, up and good.
Keedy's got, 6 of their points?
I think Nowalski has.
Nowalski,
yeah, he's got one of them. Keedy is on the board now with a 3 of his own. 18-6, 20 seconds to go. Raiders will hold for 1. Nelson up top to Hayes with 16 on the clock. Hayes dribbles in. Gowan for a 3. Got it. Didn't hold for 1, but we'll take a 3-pointer with 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, just a dribble drive. Hayes sucked in Gowan's man into the middle.
Berkey throws up a 3, partially blocked. Railers with the rebound. And at the end of 1, it's the Lincoln Railers 21, the Olympia Spartans 6. We'll take a commercial break. We come back after these messages.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Royce Henderson Gymnasium, where the Railers have a 21-6 lead going into the second. Feed it down to Hayes. He'll put it up and good. Meagher's checked in for the Railers early on, and he had a good pass into Hayes, and Hayes
again with the left
to go with the left, and
with
he's
the left
get a
hand
free
for
throw.
Hayes. So he's grown a ton, and just the getting to the hoop and being confident and scoring around the rim. Early on a season, he would miss a lot of those, but he'd most likely get his rebound back. But here, especially tonight, Hayes been able to get that first attempt to go.
23-6 Railers. Second quarter just underway. Keedy with it. Now they'll get it up top to Olsen. Olsen goes and feeds to Berkey. Nothing there. Hand off to Nowalski. Now up top to Olsen. 3 on the way by Keedy. Airballed it right down in the hands of Hayes. Hayes will dribble it up across the timeline. Now give it to Kingsley. Kingsley goes left. Left corner. Now they'll work it to Nelson. Left wing. Now they'll work it to the right. Kingsley, right corner. Nothing there. Nelson, deep 3, right wing. Got it. Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, I told you he likes this side a little better. You know, he had a couple misses on the other side of the floor. He's just got to work himself over to the side where we're at, and I think he's more used to shooting on that side.
Berkey tried to work it down low to Alexander. We got a tie-up or a foul. Like a jump ball to me. Going to call a white on 23.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like you said, looked like a jump ball. Meagher looked like total control of the ball along with the Spartan. So it looked like jump to me, but
what do we know?
26-6. You don't do a whole lot of worrying about that. 3
from Nowalski, or that's Alford. Alford on the scoreboard with the 3. So it's been all 3s tonight for the Spartans. And it's a 26-9 lead for the Railers. Kingsley goes left. Stumbles a little, now gets it to Nelson. Deep shot from the left wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Alexander for the Spartans. Gets it to Keedy, now up to Olsen. Olsen all the way across court to Keedy. Now on the corner to Alford, work it down low to Alexander. A little spin up and no good. Saucy with the rebound.
Yeah, Saucy and Hayes on the back position as Cook's getting a break here.
Kingsley controlling the offense, running the point. Goes left wing to Nelson. Now Saucy, 3. Top of the key, no good. Kingsley got to the ball, just kind of kicked it out. It's going to be off the Railers. Spartan basketball.
Yeah, good look there, Coach. I think trying to get Saucy into the mix a little bit just to get him maybe back in game speed as far as his shot goes. And, Saucy with a good look there, straight on three-pointer, and just didn't get it to go down.
Try to feed it into Alexander. Kingsley there for the steal. Meager, right wing, up top to Hayes. They'll work it to the left with Nelson. Now Saucy. Kingsley, left corner. Now there's Hayes. He finds a lane. Nice strong move.
Yeah.
Now up with the right.
Yeah, 33 is Elijah Smith. Probably got a few pounds on Hayes, but Hayes did a great job of getting that left shoulder into the body of Smith and just moved him out of the way. And then Hayes went right up by the rim and finished it. So nice start here to the game for Hayes.
28-9 Railers. Keedy with it for the Spartans up top, guarded by Kingsley. Now gives it to Smith. Smith spins around, nothing there. Get it to Olsen, left corner. He'll dribble out, reset to Keedy up top, back to Olsen, left wing. Now the Spartans look a little confused, trying to work it to Smith at the elbow, nothing there. Now Olsen, almost stripped away by Meager. Now they'll feed it down to Nowinski, blocked out there by Hayes.
Hayes got like 3 blocks, I think, already. 4:46 left to go in the second quarter, and Hayes leading the way not only in points but blocks as well.
28-9 Railers, 4:46 to go in the first half.
Railers with 8 steals on the 10 turnovers by Olympia.
Keedy now to Nowinski. They work her down to Smith. And is that Alford? Alford with another 3.
Now taken by the Spartans.
And the Spartans want a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Royal Sanderson Gymnasium. As the Railers with a 28-12 lead over the Spartans with 4:35 to go here in the first half. Having some more technical difficulties. Don't know if we're on the radio or not, but we are we on the radio? Okay. Just no communication back at the studio. Railers with the basketball, 4:30 to go, first half. Saucy up top, feeds it to Hayes. He's going to back down Smith, spin around with the right,
Nice.
Up and good. Fouled, count the bucket.
Yeah, great move by Hayes, and I love that move by a big man where you just turn your left shoulder if you're right-handed and put your left shoulder into the defender and high hook, sky hook by Hayes, and man, he's really, really improved throughout this season as far as scoring the basketball underneath.
Couldn't get the free throw to go. 30-12 Railers, 4:20 to go, first half.
Yeah, Hayes with 8 points.
Stolen away, Nelson. Kingsley kicks it over to Meager. Now feeds. Saucy up and good. Count the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, nice fill by Saucy right down the middle of the lane, and a good look by Meager. Saucy able to take the contact and get to the foul line for the extra free throw.
That is his second, team foul number 5.
Free throw for Saucy, up and got it. Looks like Stevens is going to check in for Hayes.
Saucy is number 4. Aaron Stevens checks in for the Browns Railers. Out of bounds to the Spartans.
33-12 Railers. Spartans with the basketball. Olsen left wing. Now he'll dribble out, give it to Keedy at the point. Under a minute, stolen away by Nelson. He'll pull it back out to Kingsley, over to Stevens, now Meager. Meager's going to take a 3 off the rim, no good. Keedy with the rebound for the Spartans. Kingsley giving Keedy some trouble. Now Olson has it. Keedy across the timeline. Try to feed it down to Smith. Tapped away. Now number 12, that's Nowalski for a 3, no good. Kingsley with the rebound. Under, well, about 3:30 or 3:25 to go. There's a feed to Kingsley. Couldn't get it to go. Got a little too deep there. Now Spartans look to answer. Work it to Smith. Now kick it out left wing Olson. Keedy, deep 3, top of the key. Got it.
Boy, and they have, when they haven't turned it over, they've gotten some looks, and they have been able to shoot the three-pointer. I believe 5 threes now for Olympia. All their scoring coming from the three-point line.
33-15. Railers. Saucy goes left, hands off to Kingsley. Kingsley gets to the lane. Nelson, deep 3, got it. Nelson answers with a 3 of his own, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, just a nice drive there into about the free throw line area for Kingsley, and he kicked it back to Nelson with the right hand. Kingsley's a left-handed dominant player, but kicked it over with the right hand, and Nelson got the feet set and got another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Off the Railers, going to stay with the Spartans. Alexander checks in for the Spartans. Keedy has a seat. 36-15, 2:25 to go in the first half. Schilling almost a steal on Alford. Now get it to Olson, feed it down to Smith. Over to Olson, right wing. Now back up top. Alford, deep 3, got it. They got some shooters, Josh.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it's all perimeter right now.
Yeah, all threes, 18 points for the Spartans on 6 3-pointers. So the Railers are going to have to extend their pressure and move these Spartans off the line a little bit.
36-18. There's a drive by Saucy up, no good. He'll be fouled to get 2 free throws as Alexander fouled him. Saucy's got 3 points tonight. Looks to add to that total here from the free throw line. Free throw up and no good off the back of the rim. He'll get another.
Saucy at the free throw line for the Rail Splitters, 2nd of 2.
Looks like Sanders is set to check in for the Railers. Second free throw for Saucy is up and good. He'll check in for Saucy.
Yeah, Tyler with some nice minutes here, kind of probably just easing his way back into it, and hopefully we've got him full strength by the time regional action starts here in about another week.
Alford hounded by Schilling. Now gets it to Olson, who's guarded by Meager. Alford now, Olson up top, back to Alford. There's a 3 on the way, way long. Now the Raiders with the basketball. Meager goes left, hands off to Stevens. Stevens tried to get it to Kingsley, off his hands, out of bounds. Spartan basketball.
Well, the Railers getting a lot of bench time tonight.
Yeah,
anyway.
The youngsters are going to
Sanders in
see
already.
A lot of time.
You're right. Kingsley with extended minutes. Meager with extended minutes.
37-18, 1:12 to go in the first half. There's a steal by the Railers as they tried to work it into Nowalski, but the Railers there for the steal. And Kingsley starts it to Sanders, left wing. Now up top to Meager. Kingsley tried to work it to Sanders as he was posting up, couldn't handle it. Now a shot by Smith. They're going to call Sanders for a foul. I didn't see any contact.
No, I thought he might have got a little piece of the basketball, but referee thought he got some arm.
37-18, 51 seconds to go first half. Free throw up and good for Smith.
Shot that foul to make his 32. Frank Sanders his first, team third.
Berkey checks back in for the Spartans. He'll check in for Alexander. Smith, second free throw, rolls in and out, no good. Sanders there for the rebound. 37-19 Railers, 45 seconds to go to the first half. Kingsley brings it up, gives it to Stevens, right wing. Tries to work it into Sanders, going to be a kick ball, stay with the Railers. And Meager to inbound. Gets it to Kingsley, 38 to go. Kingsley, Stevens, right wing. trying to get to Sanders. Nothing there. Now they'll reset with Kingsley up top with 29 seconds to go.
Yeah, still plenty of time to get a new play in here. Probably run some weave and then start with something new.
Schilling, Meager, now Sanders. Sanders to Kingsley. Down to 13. Now 10. Now they go right to Meager, right wing. Up top, Stevens. Stevens for a three. Off the rim, no good. Schilling there for the rebound. He's going to put it back up, but he's going to be fouled by Smith. And
Schilling, jump ball.
Oh, a jump ball. All right.
Let him play.
Let him play. Jump ball with 0.8 seconds to go in the first half, and it's going to be Spartan basketball.
Yeah, good rebound there by Schilling, though, as offensive board.
Full court shot, no good, and at the half, it's the Railers 37, the Spartans 19. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second half action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Back here at halftime, you're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show as the Railers up here at half, 37-19 over the Spartans from Olympia High School. Run through the scoring here. First for the Spartans, all three-pointers made by Olympia here tonight, and Owen Alford is leading the way. Alford 3 of 4 from the three-point line for 9 points, 6 for Zach Keedy, and 3 points for Easton Noweski. Sorry, I'm mistaken. They are 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 1 point for Elijah Smith for the 19. The Railers here led at halftime by the sophomore Drew Hayes. Hayes with 8 points, 4 of 4 from the field. 6 points for Camden Nelson on 2 3-pointers. 5 points for Trace Schilling and also Tyler Saucy. For Jake Biven, 3 points for Aiden Gowan, and 2 for Cage Kingsley. For the Railers, 37. Railers lead it here at halftime, 37-19. We'll be back here with the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show in just a couple minutes. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Back here at halftime, the Graw Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Josh Gomnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here as the Railers up here at half, 37-19 over the Spartans from Olympia. And really, Scott, it's been the three-point shooting that has kept Olympia somewhat close in this thing. They have been shooting it well, 6 of 11 from the three-point land. And well, I think if you're Coach Alexander, after a couple, you're a little upset with your guys about not, running at them and make them run off the line and do something different.
Yeah, and I think who did we play just not too long ago that had the same game plan? Just everything was perimeter.
Yeah.
And we had a hard time closing out on those shooters. Kept them in the game for a while, but
second half we kind of ran away with it. I think as I forget who that was. Now that I think quite a few games in the last Charleston.
Yeah,
Charleston at Charleston.
Well, they shot the lights out.
They made all three-pointers in the first half.
Yeah, and, second half, they kind of cooled off a little bit. Railers able to pull ahead, but that's the same game plan that the Spartans, I don't know if it's a game plan, but that's the only thing that's really working for them right now.
Spartans shoot 6 of 16 from the field, 38%, 55% from the three-point line. Again, 6 of 11, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. They've got 12 rebounds, 2 of them offensive. The Spartans have committed 13 turnovers with 5 assists here on the night. They've just got 1 steal. The Railers shoot 50%, 14 of 28 from the field, 4 of 14 from three-point land for 29%, and 5 of 9 from the free throw line for 55%. We'll go real quick to the free throw, Scott. Really, this Railer team, and I haven't not got the season totals for a couple games now from Coach Alexander, but one downfall, or I would think that one thing that it would be of concern, and maybe something we need to talk with him on the postgame about, is the free throw shooting. When we get down the stretch, there's going to come a time here in regional action where there's going to be a close game. You're going to see a good opponent, and you're going to need the free throws. The Railers have not shot it real well from the free throw line this season.
No, we did talk a little bit about that this morning on the cheap seats about free throws, and it is a concern. And, they work on them every day, and it's just something that you got to go out and do. I don't know if it's mental. We saw Hayes kind of struggle last Saturday, and I think it got in his head a little bit, and that kind of carried over a little bit, but it's something that they're going to have to improve on because, the old saying, you can win or lose games at the free throw line.
Railers 12 rebounds in the first half, 4 of them offensive, 2 turnovers on the 7 assists by the Railers. The Railers had 11 steals. Again, Cook led the way with 8 points in the first half. We're going to kick it back to the studios and have second half action here for you from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Again, the Railers up 37-19 here at half. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as second half action is underway. Raiders with the basketball, little backdoor to Bivin up and good.
Yeah, nice shot fake too by Bivin. Got the guy to go up and go for the block shot, and the senior using the noggin and with an easy layup.
39-19 Railers. Spartans with the basketball. Keedy hounded there by Schilling, out of bounds, going to stay with the Spartans. Alford with it, guarded by Carson, now gets it to Olson.
Railers with their starters back in here. Start of the third quarter.
And Cook with the turnover has got stripped away. Now they work it up to Bivin, up and no good. Gets his own rebound, head fake. Schilling thinks about a three, now gives it to Sassi up top. Carson, he's going to take a three left wing. Got it. Chris Coyne, State Farm, three-pointer for Keon Carson.
Yeah, the Railers start off like they did in the first quarter. 5-0 little run here for Lincoln.
Keedy. Now left wing, now stripped out of there by Schilling. And Spartans will maintain possession. So you got to think starters are going to get maybe a half a quarter, depending on how it goes. And the subs start coming in.
Yeah, you still need time with the roster. Still need time for the starters to get their minutes in to keep fresh and keep on what they've been able to do to get this 22-5 record. Again, the Railers back in action here with a big game against Decatur MacArthur.
42-19, Raiders with the basketball. Sassi will get it out to Carson up top of the key. Now gives it to Sassi. Sassi goes left, kicks it to Bivin. Now Schilling, he's going to take a deep three. Ooh, way too strong. Fought for underneath. Cook grabs it up. Reverse layup up and good for Cook.
Yeah, easy little rebound there by Cook. Just kind of tapped it to himself a couple times, and not a lot of fight there by the Spartans.
44-19. Spartans with the basketball. Olson over to Alford for a three. No good. Rebound Bivin. Bivin very active this third quarter.
I said that in Charleston game. You know, at this point of the season, you tend to see guys really wear down and don't jump as well, maybe not quick off their feet or quick laterally. I think Bivin is just as quick right now as he's been all year. And I think a senior. You can tell the build of Bivin, one of our stronger guys, but that soccer and cross country probably doesn't hurt either.
Sassi three-pointer no good. Berkey with the rebound. 44-19, 5:24 to go in the third. Feed it down to Berkey. Cook meets him. Now they'll kick it out to Alford. He'll dribble in. Little running jumper up, no good. Bivin with the rebound. 44-19, Raiders with the basketball. Now they'll work some offense here. Working around up top between Sassi and Carson. Now Carson over to Schilling. Cook left wing, up to Carson. Carson dribbles in, kicks it out. Schilling, nothing there. And he'll kick it out to Bivin, swing it to Cook. Cook gets to the lane, little jump shot up and good for Cook. No foul, a lot of contact. Yeah. They let him play.
Yeah, let him play. And Cook with a nice little shot off the backboard. Cook with 8 now here on the night.
Ooh, tried to get it down low. Nobody there. Another turnover for the Spartans. 46-19, 4:30 to go in the third quarter.
Let's not mess around here, Coach Al, with the, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
For the fourth quarter.
I see you looking at that. Jumper, Cook up, no good. Rebound comes down to Nowowski. Berkey pushes it up, kicks it out. Keedy, three-pointer on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Schilling in there for the rebound.
Nice rebound there by Schilling on 2 Spartans, and the junior number 3 comes away with it. And I think Trey's been better on his rebounding here in the last couple games, going to it hard, jumping up more than he did, I think, in the first part of the nice pass.
Little backdoor Biven up and good. Yeah, Schilling, not the tallest kid out there, but it's his aggressiveness and being in the right spot at the right time.
Get him on your back.
Yeah, he's going to get those rebounds.
Yeah, rebound is all about one effort and 2 positioning, and I think Schilling has done a lot better job in the second half of the season and being in the right spot.
Kickball going to stay with the Spartans as we got 4 subs.
Yeah, Olympia's
Nelson, Gowan,
Gunner,
Hayes, and Kingsley.
Gunner Wilson. I kind of like the name Gunner.
Gunner, your next kid? Gunner Comnick?
There's no more.
No,
there's no more Comnicks coming from this one. So I missed out on that. Point. Gunner Wilson checks in. Also 33, Elijah Smith checks in. Gowan, Kingsley, Nelson, and Meager and Hayes check in. So full line change for the Railers.
Rez with the basketball. Gowan now up top to Nelson. 3:08 to go in the third. Kingsley works it to Meager. Nothing there. Now they'll reset up top with Gowan. Right wing Hayes. Now Kingsley, right corner. Work it back to the left. Meager. Gowan. Gowan goes right. Nothing there. Hands off to Nelson. Thinks about a 3. Now Hayes. Hayes corner. Gowan 3 on the way. In and out, no good. And they're going to get Meager over the back. Good look by Gowan. Yeah. Rattled in, popped out.
And those are the ones you like to see go down just for the confidence factor of these guys. We talked about earlier, Tuesday is going to be maybe the best team we've seen all year long, with just a scrappy, fast, physical, relentless pressure that we will see from the Generals from Decatur MacArthur on Tuesday. So you like to see those. The Railers are going to have to play, I wouldn't say perfect, but they're going to need a lot of those shots to go down.
Yeah, and I guess one of the benefits of last night's game, there's a 3 by Meager. Got it! Meager with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer. Josh, as I was saying, I guess one of the benefits for last night's game to be canceled gave the coaches the opportunity to go see Decatur MacArthur in person.
Yeah,
and so
they were able to do that.
Yeah,
give the guys a little bit of a rest, I think, too, and gave us a rest from the drive to Effingham.
Hayes dribbles in, kicks out to Gowan. Gowan, easy layup, up with the left, up and good.
Well, you see the Railers, especially some of these younger guys, start to use their offhand a lot more as the season has gone on. I think Gowan's kind of gotten comfortable using that left hand. Obviously, Hayes, we've seen that come on. We see Frank Sanders in the sophomore games use his left hand really well.
Smith, little spinner, no good.
So tell me why you would go save that.
Well, it's just the heat of the moment, Josh.
No.
3, Nelson, corner. Ooh, that was in as well. No good. Kingsley with the rebound. Hayes has it right wing. Now Gowan. Kingsley to Nelson. Nelson to Meager. Hayes with it in left corner. Now they'll work it back to the right with Nelson on the right wing. Now Meager right corner. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Smith.
Substitution for Olympia, number 11, Ian Tackett. Out of bounds for Lincoln.
And Nelson to inbound, gets it into Hayes. 1 minute to go here in the third, and Josh is looking at his watch and looking at the score. He's going to be able to get home in time for some ESPN basketball.
Some basketball game on tonight, I'm sure.
Illinois big winners today. Meager for a 3, got it! Meager comes in with 2 big 3-pointers, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, 56-19 Railers.
It's travel.
Yep, you called it. 37 seconds to go in the third, and it looks like the fourth quarter is going to go by pretty quick.
Music to my ears.
Illinois with a big win today over Rutgers.
Yep.
And then there's a 3 by Nelson, no good. Watch the Wisconsin-Nebraska game after that. That was a good game. Nebraska pulled that one out in overtime.
With the Railer sophomores victorious, 66-33. Their record now on the season 18 and 2.
Stolen away by Kingsley. 3-on-2. Now Nelson with 11 seconds will back it back out to Hayes.
Gotta go.
8 seconds on the clock. Meager goes left, behind the back, finds a lane. Nothing there, and going to get a travel as Meager got down there in the lane, nowhere to go, and shuffled his feet. 4 seconds to go here in the third. Spartans with the basketball. Number 11's checked in. Didn't get it off. Number 11 is a 5'7" guard, Ian Teckett, and that's going to do it for the third. At the end of 3, it's the Railers 56, the Spartans 19. We'll take a commercial break, have fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you.
Welcome back to Roy Centerson Gymnasium as the Lincoln Railers take a 56-19 lead into the fourth quarter, and it's going to be a quick one, Josh, as we're going to have a running clock.
Yep, those are the best quarters, Scott. When you get a game like this, get it out and get it over with. And
now we got our boy in the game, Josh. Number 40 has checked in.
Yep.
He's a 6'7" center, Blaine Halley.
Yep.
The big boy down low. He's got a better beard than anybody I've seen. Be a foul on Meager. Nope, that's on Hayes, his first. Team's second. Some of the sponsors for tonight: Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburgers. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Railer basketball on WLCN. Call financial advisor Chase Lowry at 217-732-7524 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Let's go Railers. Meager to the lane, up and good. Meager's gotten 8 points tonight.
Yeah, been nice coming off the bench. Couple threes. Now that driving layup.
58-21. We are at 6:58 to go in the ball game. Railers right back here Tuesday night as Decatur MacArthur comes to town. Josh mentioned earlier, it'll be a tough one for the Railers. Good match right before regionals.
Yeah.
Berkey gets it out to Olson. Now to Wilson. Feed it down low to the big guy. Halley up and good. Muscled his way in on Meager and put it up and good for Halley. Nelson, left wing, no good, or didn't see the shot. Now Gowan's going to dribble in. Up off the backboard,
nice.
Count the basket. And a foul.
Looked like Gowan was going to go up and shoot with the left hand, but I think he lost control of it and then went back to both hands and still took the contact and got it to go in. So Gowan with another nice drive to the hoop and converts on the layup.
Free throw coming for Gowan. Clock running, 60-23. 61-23. As Sanders is going to check in for Gowan.
So you got Sanders, Stevens, Nelson, Meager, and Kingsley out there for the Railers.
And now Smith is going to get up off the bench. And you got to think Miller and Horn will be to follow. Kingsley tried to get it. Sanders on the ground. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Yeah, good hustle by Frank.
Raiders, yeah.
Frank Sanders diving on the floor in a almost a 38-point game as a sophomore. You like to see that.
Gabe Smith in for the Railers. Smith, a 6'1" sophomore. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Railers running some offense. Stevens to Kingsley. Kingsley finds the lane. Stevens corner. 3 on the way. Got it.
Yeah, Kingsley with a nice pass. Left-handed dribble hard to the middle and then kicked it out to the corner, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to do. But he delivered it perfect to Stevens, and Stevens knocks down the 3.
Stevens with a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and now a foul on Smith. 64-23. It's been all Railers from the get-go. 4:25 to go in the game. Running clock. Berkey now in the corner to Wilson. All the way in the corner. 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Fought for underneath. Berkey. Everybody,
don't leave him.
Yeah, everybody just left him. Now the Spartans are reset. With Olsen up top. Now Wilson right wing. He'll go left, guarded by Meager. Tried to get it over to number 11. Who is number 11? That is Ian Tackett, 5'7" guard. And the Raiders with the basketball with 3:35 to go. Meager goes right, finds a lane, up off the backboard, no good. Frank Sanders tried to get the rebound. Kingsley comes out of there with it. Stevens for another 3 from the wing, no good. Howley there for the rebound. Kick it up to Olsen, right wing, guarded by Meager. Now Olsen's going to dribble in, pull up for a jumper, partially blocked. Now Spartans regain possession with Berkey, right corner. Work it up top to Olsen. Work it down low to the big guy. Halley up and good. Give something for the Spartan fans to cheer about.
Yeah, they were happy about that.
64-25, 2:50 to go in the ball game. Decent crowd here tonight, Josh. The Saturday night game. The girls are in action Tuesday as they start their regional play, and you know, they've got
play over in Bloomington, correct?
Play over in Bloomington, and they've got their eyes on you know, the bigger picture. Undefeated season for the girls. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is, and it was most time dominating fashion.
Yeah, they had a little trouble with Muhammad Seymour the other night, but Muhammad, a good basketball team. And the Railers finished Lady Railers finished their season strong with a 30-0 record. Smith up and no good. He'll be fouled and go to the free throw line with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. And he got hit somewhere that it's not really. It's not that much fun.
Only men would know.
Yeah.
See if he can step up and hit the free throws.
Rolled off the rim, no good. He'll get another one. Misses both. (64-25), 1:20 to go in the ball game. It's been all Railers. Sanders rips it away. Hands off to Stevens with 1:16 to go. Stevens up to Meager, left wing, back to Stevens, over to Kingsley. Kingsley to Stevens, now Meager. And we're going to get a substitution timeout.
Yep.
As Miller is going to check in for Smith. And play on.
Yep, looks like everybody gets in for the Railers, so good for that. And again, the Railers get a nice convincing victory here and move on to Tuesday night, which will be, as we talked about, the winner.
Kingsley, strong move. Sanders with the rebound, couldn't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled.
MacArthur, not the winner of the Central State 8. Sacred Heart Griffin will be. They beat MacArthur both 2 times. But there's a very good chance that those two teams are going to meet up in a sectional, which will be an absolute dogfight. Of course, 2 good teams going at it, but then trying to beat a team 3 times in sectional play will be really tough.
Sanders' second free throw is up and good. 65-24 Railers. Berkey with it. Now stolen away by Kingsley as time expires, and that's your final. The Railers 65, the Spartans 25. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Welcome back here, Railer fans. The Railers victorious here on Saturday evening, 65-25 over the Spartans from Olympia High School. Run through the scoring here. First for the Spartans, they were led tonight by Owen Alford. Owen Alford with 9 points. 6 points for Zach Keedy. 4 for Blaine Halley. 3 points, Easton Nowesky. 2 for Nick Olson, and 1 point for Elijah Smith. The Railers were led here tonight. Nobody in double figures, but a lot real close. 8 points for a number of different guys. 8 points for Drew Hayes, Jake Biven, Connor Meager, and also Aiden Gowan. 6 points for Camden Nelson. 5 for Trey Schilling and Tyler Saucy. 3 points for Darren Stevens, Keon Carson. 2 points, Cage Kingsley. And 1 point for Frank Sanders. Again, the Railers win it 65-25. Back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, your final 65-25 as we wait for Coach Neil Alexander to make his way up here. Josh, Railer's back in the win column. 2 games left in the regular season, both here at Roy S. And, got back, on the court playing. Didn't have a game last night.
Yeah.
Didn't really have any issues tonight as far as testing us out, but that's going to be a different story come Tuesday.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be it'll be the best team we've seen so far, I'm sure. MacArthur was winners of the Collinsville Holiday Classic, and they're coming in here, and always a big game when MacArthur and Lincoln set up to play. Normally before they joined the Central State 8, we didn't really get a chance to play with them in the Central State 8. But normally when we played MacArthur, it was either for a regional championship or it was for a sectional championship or the first game of sectional. I remember back when I was playing, we played them several times. So there's memories of that matchup, and this time it's in the regular season, which is good to see, and it's a good test, as you said earlier, Scott, right before regional, to see where we're at and what we've got to take care of.
Well, joining us now is Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, a game tonight got us back in the win column. Probably didn't learn a whole lot about your team. It was all the Railers from the get-go. Got a lot of your bench in, but just to get them out there and, running some offense, running some plays, you got to feel pretty good about where you're at towards the end of the season.
Yeah, the kids executed down the whole basketball game. We talked about it in the locker room that despite the score and everything, you get to the point to where you can do whatever you want out there, but I thought our kids stayed within our offense and they look for what our offense creates for them, and that's important. But I thought our defense was pretty sound. especially the second half. The first half, we were kind of upset that we allowed them to get 6 threes and not locating the shooters and things and so forth. But they done a much better job the second half of finding the shooters and not letting them get their feet set.
Well, Coach, it was even a more important game as you look back. Unforeseen circumstances yesterday when we got canceled at Effingham. So good to get back on the court here in a game situation before you head to before MacArthur comes to town on Tuesday. You sure didn't want to go a week without playing a game.
Yeah, very much so, because you want to see a good basketball team. MacArthur's they're very quick. They got decent size. They got a 6'7" kid in the middle that's the best big man that we've played all year. And they pressure and
relentless, aren't they?
Relentless in all kinds, and our guys are going to have to be on their A game and be alert. We got to make our layups. We got to be ready to cover and stop the dribble drive. And if we can get them in a half-court offense, we'll be pretty good. And they score out of turnovers, and as their defense is their offense, and they try to force you to turn it over so they can go down and shoot layups. And if you can get them to run an offense, it's a little bit of a struggle for them.
Well, Coach, as you talked about that game leading into a regional, it'll give your guys an idea of what you're going to have to do to be able to win a sectional or win a game in sectional. And you'll find out, good to get it before, have an idea of what it's going to be like before you have to get into that situation on a Thursday or Tuesday night. You get a chance to play them in regular season where if you don't fare well, your guys figure out what you got to do to beat them the next time.
Exactly. And both teams that we're playing next week could be future opponents within a week. We could play, I guess it'd be 2 weeks from tomorrow night. If you're playing in a sectional, your first round opponent more than likely will be Decatur MacArthur at Decatur MacArthur, which is an even tougher chore. Yeah. And then Thursday, we're going to play Muhammad, and more than likely 8 days later, you're going to have to play them again. So that's a tough chore. We got our work cut out for us, but I think the kids are confident going into the regional that they can get something done.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking some time tonight, and we'll see you back here Tuesday night. It is 8th grade night, so expect the gym to be full with some 8th graders in our community, celebrating them as you'll see them next year in the red and green.
Yep, that's always a big night, and unfortunately, and I always want to mention that our girls are playing Tuesday night up in Bloomington in the first regional game, so if you can't get out here, try to make it to Bloomington to see the girls play.
Absolutely. All right, Coach, we'll see you back here Tuesday night.
Okay, thank you.
That'll do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night at 7:30 as the Railers are at home to take on the Generals from Decatur MacArthur. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 7. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joel Lee, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, and my sidekick Josh Comnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 65, Olympia 25. The Railers now stand at 23-5. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We would like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.